Okay, first day back work after Thanksgiving. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I had an unreliable one. We were hosting this year, had 12 people coming. Our oven broke. The oven we're cooking the turkey in, that is right. I'm sitting there thinking, what are the odds? And being a reliability guy. So I just decided to do some quick math, very conservatively, putting it in the favor of things breaking on me. I said, all right, we cook dinner in the oven 2 times a week, other times on the stove or we're not there. And let's say only once a year we host people with something big that we cook, like Thanksgiving. So what are the odds that the one time it breaks is when they're there? And basically worked out to be the probability of that occurring would be once every 400 years. So we should be good from here on out statistically whenever we host, not having this happen again. But I'm like, what are the odds of this? But then I said, wait a minute. Survivor bias principle. This is a very important principle when you are working with your data. I took a step back from my own little self-absorbed narcissistic view of the situation, which, by the way, thank God my sister-in-law lives 35 minutes away. We ran it up there, and she cooked it and came a little bit late, but got there with the turkey. So thanks, Meg, for saving Thanksgiving. But so taking a step back, I said, okay, how many households are doing this today in America? So I looked it up. It's about 30 million households are cooking a turkey on Thanksgiving. And so then I took that same probability for my once every 400 years. And that means on this Thanksgiving, about 75,000 households had some kind of issue with their oven, statistically compared to what I did. So 75,000 people were sitting there saying, why me? So looking at it in that big picture, you say, of course, with how many, all the 30 million people cooking, 75,000 having an issue with their oven, makes sense. But from our perspective, the survivor bias principle, when you're looking at only a selected data set, in this case, my kitchen, it seems extremely unlikely, when in fact it is very likely. So look for the survivor bias principle when you're doing work with data.
If you'd like to learn more about the survivor bias principle, I have a free online 20-minute seminar. Just go to the description and click the link.